Okay.
Check out my sanctuary!
Wait for me.
Okay.
No one cares about your sister right now. We almost just died ourselves.
As Oda Kreutzer, I left my body at the age of 13. The memories here are very painful. So please, bear with me as I can only tell parts of the story. I lived as a young girl with my parents in Pontresina, Switzerland. I had 4 brothers. My brothers and I rarely spoke, as I was much younger than them. My father was always away on business, and my mother was a teacher at my local school. I spent most of my time alone, wandering the Pontresina Valley. I dreamed about writing and other worlds. In that valley, I found another world. The world of my other selves. Getting lost in solitude is the quickest way to otherworldliness. Someone who is surrounded by others can achieve this, but only if they are selfless. If you so love another person that you could follow them from the world itself, you can truly see the wonders of all the universes. But most of us are incapable of removing ourselves from our world, our own love of material objects. In solitude and loneliness, longing for another world can certainly occur.
What a lovely child. I realize now how much potential I had in that life, and how much of it was wasted by entering the soul space prematurely. Let us continue. This is only our first stop on our tour of my parallel lives.
LP Toss!
Lead for me. Lead for me.
Okay. Okay.
Another auction rigged. Another win. I'm surprised the auctioneers aren't getting suspicious.
I don't care. Let them come. I've got protection. I wish I never met him. I wish my world never became twisted. I wish I was still with Allison back in the old Frankton.
Explain it to me. Talk it out.
Whatever you want, no matter how supernatural or immoral, the demon auction can provide it. Mostly it's used by deranged perverts with abstract desires. By rigging the auction, I get to choose what we all bid on. Then whoever wins, I convince them to send me the goods. I made everyone bid on the same thing. A photo of Allison. And I'm not bidding on old family photos. The moment I win the auction, something photographs the missing person, proving they're still alive, still out there.
So the auctioneers are lying.
I don't know. Distortions of her, maybe. Parallel versions, even.
Well, I don't know anything about the demon auction. I'm just here watching over you. Until you undo your original sin. Relax, you're a smart guy. You'll put it together. Maybe we'll even see you go from original sinner to original winner.
Original sin. And what exactly did I do that was so immoral?
You're complicit in the twisting. You just need to get the puzzle pieces and put them in the right order. Then you can see what you did wrong.
This puzzle sucks. What am I supposed to do with 3 sets of memories? The partition is breaking down each day. The memories all feel like mine. The more time I spend with him, the more this world feels like the real one. No matter how broken and fucked it is.
Michael was lonely because Allison went missing. He looked everywhere for her, became obsessed, eventually started onism, hoping other lonely people could help find her. Then you met them, the auctioneers. You refused their offer, and now you're here with me, a lowly and creative original sinner. Twisted realities, all in service of some delusional asshole. Whenever you say no to a bad deal, some sucker will materialize to make the mistake for you. Only in this case, everyone adjacent was fucked.
How do I know after all this time that those memories are any more real than my memories with Alex?
A moment's loss ever found. I miss that picture of you.
research fund. That should have been separate from your unemployment fund. Wait for me.
Leave for me.
Okay.
Wait for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Cute.
I have an important project. A potential magnum opus. Only thing is, it's for a niche audience. I've been tasked with inducing a religious experience in a specific audience member who will view the work. I'm going to be direct with you, Yuzu. My film needs a prophecy. Without it, the investors would have me auctioned off.
Kisage,
What the hell are you asking me? Is this a shakedown? I need to film it. The digital soul bezel. You made it real. You're a fool. You do that to my daughter? To Asuka? You facilitated an original sin. You made the digital soul bezel a reality. You stole my work of fiction and saddled reality with it. Naira has gone proto. Wilfred is back. He's everywhere now. Him? You brought him here? Kisage, how?
This is not a lifetime I can recall. These machines, they're so familiar. And yet, something feels wrong.
Is it safe to approach him?
I cannot say. I would never harm you, Alex. But it is logical to assume that one of my many parallel lives may have some reason.
I knew you'd come back. Somehow, you look different. So many lives wasted, taken, and experimented on in hopes of obtaining this moment. And now, I'm looking at you. I don't know if I should love you or hate you. To kill you in the way that you killed me, time and time again, has been my only dream. My only waking thought for the past 50 lifetimes.
What's he talking about?
Do you ever feel guilty? Do you?
What did I do? What's wrong with you, man?
Everything was taken because of you! You bastard! I lost everything. My research, my wife, my kids. And all for what? For you? What the hell were you worth? You're a thief. Nothing more. I regret ever laying my eyes on you.
Alex, I can't recall this life. For some reason, it's blocked to me. There is a void in my mind. There are white spots where I should see this life on the astral plane.
Mom? Mom? Is that you?
How long has this life been lingering here?
Alex, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to say such terrible things. Come here. Let me hug you. Let me say I'm sorry in your ear.
What? Get away from me!
It seems as if you harmed him in some way. Alex, look out!
Yiik for me. Yiik for me.
Okay.
Alex? Why?
I am sorry I put you in harm's way. However, while I am with you, nothing bad can ever happen. I am here to protect you.
I think I need you to answer some more questions. I'm really confused. Why did this Japanese guy know me? Why did he attack me? What did I ever do to him?
I can only deduce an answer based on the information I have. This information is the same information that you have. So, these are simply educated guesses based on my own personal bias.
Okay, fine. What do you think it is?
I think it would be a safe assumption that, in a parallel life, you have harmed me. That this Yuzui Majo had some sort of relationship with you, and you hurt him in some way. When he saw you, he recognized something in your soul and became angry. This is why he attacked.
I harmed him in a parallel life? I harmed you?
We are not responsible for the actions of our parallel selves, but that does not mean we can't feel sorry for the crimes committed against other souls. There are times where someone expresses how they have been harmed, and as humans, our immediate reaction is to become defensive. In our defense, so that we do not harm others, we become offensive. It is in these moments where we decide what type of human we will be. Which is worse? To harm someone in the past and continue to harm them by justifying your past actions, or harming someone in the past and accepting that your choices hurt them. Yes, you might feel harmed in the process by admitting your mistakes, but this is a good type of pain. Pain that heals you into a better person is always better than avoiding the small pain of accepting you are wrong.
Did I really do that? Did I always deny I harmed someone? Do I always feel the need to justify my actions? Maybe. Yes. I totally did.
We must always work to be better. The better person is not the person who doesn't make mistakes, but the person who makes a mistake and works to fix it, and fix the part of themselves that led to that error. There are moments when I understand intellectually how I must act, but then something happens. Somewhere in the recesses of my mind, like a warm light in the distance, an idea forms. A completely human, flawed, and kind-intentioned idea. Something that all versions of me know to be a mistake. However, the overwhelming feeling of doing the right thing takes over, and I am forced to make a choice. And every time, this version of me chooses the kind path. I cannot allow any harm to come to you. Without you, I wouldn't know what to do anymore. So just remember, it's not important, Alex, to worry about what we accomplish. Somewhere out there, we have both accomplished and failed at all tasks. Take solace in this. There exist perfect versions of us who didn't fail or harm others. Just keep working as hard as you can, and you'll be able to be that perfect version of yourself.
So, should I feel guilty that I harmed him in a parallel life?
That question is irrelevant. Just acknowledge that the part of you that harmed him exists in all humans. And then work to polish the blemish on your soul that had led to that action.
Wait, I have one more question.
What is it, Alex?
Did I harm any of the other women we met? The ones who were also you? Oda, Nyla, Serna, Bella? The Essentia 2000 went on staring at me with that expressionless face of hers. A face of plastic. Looking at her, I thought of a satellite floating in space. A drifting piece of man-made material, traveling through a place man can barely go. What I had said was out of pure curiosity. I had no way of knowing with any certainty that I had harmed any of these women. My words, though, seemed to have jabbed at something in there. I could read the effect on her face. Eventually, without a word, the Ascension 2000 turned away and proceeded from the room.
It's very interesting to me that you ask this. I'm going to choose to not answer this question as of now. There is one last location I'd like to show you, and it's quite a distance. I will answer more questions when we arrive.
I longed to wash away the bitter taste in my mouth, but even sipping from a water bottle wouldn't cleanse me of it. The whole situation felt like a dream, as if I was wading through pools of jello. Even then, I kept telling myself that the things around me weren't that weird. Like seeing Sammy vanish, meeting entities, and entering inside a dungeon in my mind should have prepared me for this. But you know, I don't think it did. I wanted to ask the Ascension 2000 if I could feel the feelings of my parallel lives. I realize now I was just seeking explanation for the various feelings that were surging through my heart. I felt closer to Vela, closer to, well, every single parallel life of the Ascension 2000, and yet furthest from Sammy. Was Sammy really all that important to me? Or had I just been delaying joining the real world with all this adventure? Did I really ever want to find her now that I know what finding her actually meant? No, I did. I really did. And I don't regret what I learned, or even what happened next, because if I had never learned what I was about to learn, I could have never met you. And without you, all hope is lost. How did we get back here?
Those stairs were the exit to my mind dungeon. Now we have returned to the foyer. In order to proceed, we must first return to the beginning. Allow me to open your mind, to grant you access to the Hall of Parallel Lives. For now, I will ask you not to enter any of the rooms on our left or right. Inside are the various parallel lives that your soul is currently engaged in. I believe it would be traumatic for you to experience them at this point in your life. Our destination is at the far end of this hall. That room is the one used to chronicle the past and future of this Alex. The one I am speaking to now. My favorite.
Where am I? The other rooms had you in them. Why aren't I here?
You are, and you are speaking. What I'm about to show you is something that lies at the heart of all of yourselves. Please, prepare yourself for a harsh amount of bitter truth. What you are about to see cannot be unseen.
Should I be worried?
No, not if you took to heart what I have taught you.
What do you mean? What have you taught me?
To recognize your flaws and work to correct them. I am about to show you your greatest flaw of all. Destruction!
Oh boy. I don't understand. How is this my flaw?
In a way, it is everyone's flaw. Destruction. To be destruction or to be creation, we can only be one in the end.
But what will I destroy?
This reality, as you have destroyed many realities before this one.
How could I destroy reality? What powers do I have that could lead to this type of devastation?
Inaction is just as much an act of aggression as taking up arms.
And will this happen? How will I do this?
I do not know. But what's important is that it hasn't happened yet, and
Wait, you're saying we can still stop this?
no. The reality was doomed long ago. All realities cease to exist. The only thing you get to decide is if you aid in the destruction or fight against it.
Fight against it? But you said it was doomed! None of this makes any sense!
This reality will fade away, and another will take its place. But this does not mean that you can't prevent the loss of future realities.
How would I do that if we all die?
Come with me. Escape into the soul space. We can take your friends with us. Together, we will protect realities from the ultimate loss. Loss of souls who perish with worldly attachments in their hearts. When a soul is bound to the planet by thoughts and obsessions of worldly things, they die with the reality. But a soul that is free of love for the physical and longs only for the spiritual can find life in the soul space.
But I want to save this reality. What about my mother? My friends? I couldn't just convince them to enter the soul space. I don't even think I can convince my mother that there is a soul space.
What do you want to do, Alex? Whatever you decide, I am with you every step of the way.
But wait, why is this my choice?
Because this is your reality, not mine. I just want you to be happy.
Essentia, how do you know me? Why do you care so much about me?
Because you have been in all of my lives, and at every turn, I have been there for you. Even when you have harmed me, I have always loved you. I would fight a losing battle for you.
What do I even say to that?
As Sammy, you helped me when no one else wanted to help me. As Vela, you gave me back my music, the only thing I ever expected to love.
Wait! You're saying I'm the asshole that used Vela and...
Shh. Alex, regardless of how much you have harmed me in any of my parallel lives, I am always here for you. I want to help you be the best that you can be.
Can't you help me be the me that saves this reality? From whatever the hell all these things are falling from the sky?
It is impossible. But if you would like to try, we may try.
But how do you know it's impossible?
I can feel the reality breaking apart. I can feel souls fleeing in every direction. This world will soon end.
But there has to be something we can do. Some way to be strong enough to take down whatever is going to destroy this reality.
Even I am not strong enough to face what's coming for this reality.
But what about me? Vela, you, and the others!
It pleases me that you want to fight for something. I know this isn't your usual way. It thrills me to see this passion in you. Together, we can attempt to fight this ender of realities. Just know, we will fail, but we will fail together.
Don't be such a downer! If I'm going to die, I at least want to go down swinging. What other choice do I have?
I understand now that in your heart, there is no other choice. Perhaps you, Alex, are different from the others. I will stay and fight with you. But if we are going to do this, we must convince your friends to help us. And we must train. Even I am not at my most powerful. We must complete the mind dungeon before the end comes, and be prepared to fight it.
How do we convince them that the world is gonna end?
By convincing them that this reality will soon perish, and by making them understand that this world is just a byproduct of that destruction.
Okay, so what's this great destruction that will be obliterating reality?
It's the same destruction that destroys all realities, and yet, I can't give it a name. But when you see it, you will recognize it.
I think I want to go home now. Everyone's Probably wondering where I went.
Yes, we've been gone quite a while.
Really? How long?
5 days, 3 hours, and 2 minutes. 3 minutes.
Wait, what? Everyone's probably freaking out. Let's get out of here. So, how do we get back to Frankton?
I'm not sure. Maybe we can take a bus?
Ugh, bus! I really hate public transportation. Ugh. My mom never picked me up from school. She always made me take a Whitehound bus. Maybe there are keys in this van?
I have seen many realities, and this one is by far the least prepared for public transportation. Perhaps if you lived in a better reality, your country would be more equipped to handle traversing the countryside.
Yeah, I'll, get on that.
I found it. The Bad Brothers memory card?
What are you talking about? I didn't ask for this. You think I want that bastard's junk?
Can I go play with the good brother now?
What? I don't care. Go play in traffic. But if you see your dad, just ignore him. We're not talking to him right now.
Why have you come to the Holy Mountain?
I wish to ask God who I am. Am I a sibling of the good brother? Or of the bad brother? Why are you here?
I must confess, it alarms me how quickly you shift the attention to me when you've just revealed such a startling turmoil boiling inside you.
Oh, I'm not worried about it. I just need to find out who I am so I can figure out how to help the good brother and help the bad brother.
In the name of selflessness, I will help you climb. When I meet God, I wish to compliment him. You see, I'm an actor, and I've been filming a movie. A very strange movie, I will admit. But it is directed by the great genius, mysterious Kisage X. It's an experimental film. Most of the dialogue is delivered to unsuspecting pedestrians, unaware that they're being filmed. This is how I met you. I realized that heroines, like the one I encounter in the Kisage X film, really do exist. Selfless people. It is to his face I will tell him I admire his work. His creations. The Nameless Child and the mysterious Kisage X.
I fell from the tower when I caught my own reflection in the blackened pond. The mirror image of my soul with wings filled me with envy. I wanted to be myself, not the self I was, but a potential self. I fell from the tower, through the soul space, across various realities, lived as many people. At the bottom of the abyss lies the infinite, and it is there I found hope. That hope led me to the holy mountain, so I climb.
Will you truly ask nothing of God for yourself? Are you truly so selfless? Your sole motivation is to help the good and the bad brother?
I just want to see everyone have a happy ending. Did your movie have a happy ending?
It does. Two people, long divided, return. And in doing so, a third person altogether takes shape. And the division ends.
I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it makes sense in the movie and it's super cool. I didn't even know I was an actress in a movie until you told me.
That's why you made for such a great co-star. You had no idea what I was saying, but you always gave a great reaction. And that's why the camera loves you.
The camera loves me?
Oh no! Mysterious Kisage X lawyers will certainly be waiting for me if word gets out I let my true identity slip. I must go now. I need answers.
Oh, good, you're here. Party is starting soon. I don't want you to be late.
Wait, where'd you get those?
Oh, these are the good brother and bad brother symbols. I received them from the memory card.
I already have them. Where did you get that serious face? Could I trade for that?
Oh, well, I might need it. I'm not sure.
Come on, it's my birthday. Don't you want to be a good gift? Here, I'll give you this, and when I'm done with the serious attitude, we'll trade back.
Please don't forget that you still have my name, though.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You'll get it back after the party.
Peace, nameless child, for your identity will soon be revealed.
You know about my struggles? About the turmoil boiling in my stomach.
Inside you, there are two memories. A life as the sibling of the good brother, and one as the sibling of the bad brother. You came so that I could reassure you that you are, in fact, Carrie Manser and not Allison Eggleston.
Carrie. That's the name I received from the blackened pond.
Which you quickly traded away. Why did you do this?
Because I needed to get to the party. To find the good brother?
You lied to yourself and to God. You traded away your name because it did not belong to you. Those are not your memories to have mixed up. You are a chance traveler. A paralleled one. And I did not make you. Who created you? It is not for me to say, but it is not I.
So, I'm neither Carrie nor Allison.
You are not. Your name is... You are a thief. You stole that which did not belong to you and co-opted it as your identity. Only... you're indecisive.
No, that can't be true. I don't remember stealing any memories. I couldn't have done that. I've been set up.
I am the one true God of hope, and hope is what I will offer you in exchange for atonement. Take what I give you, and bring them as gifts to the party. To the good brother, the self. To the bad brother, the son, and the holy thief. If they receive these gifts at the party, all will be made whole.
And what about Carrie and Allison? I didn't mean to take their memories.
You have entered a slice of time, consumed and regurgitated and consumed again, stripped of all truth. Carrie and the good brother reside elsewhere, in peace, filled with life and joy.
But what about the good and bad brothers stuck in this slice of time?
Despair not. Go forth and party!
What the hell are the Frank and Popo doing here? Mom! Are you okay? What's going on?
Alex, where the hell have you been? I was so worried!
Ma'am, is this the boy you reported missing?
Missing? You reported me missing?
I haven't seen you for days, and none of your friends knew where you were.
Sometimes a panicked mother is worse than impending doom. Hey, I'm sorry,
I'm sorry, Mrs. Eagleston. Alex was with me. My car broke down, and he was kind enough to walk with me to the auto body shop and help me out. He's been with me and has been perfectly safe.
Who are you? Why is your hair green? Alex, why are you hanging out with a woman with green hair?
Mom, that's the latest fashion. Everyone does it. It's the 90s. Multicolored hair is the bomb, or whatever.
Yes, my hair is the bomb.
Okay. Well, if you're safe, then I'll be heading back to the station. Another case solved. I am the greatest cop on the force. Have a good day. Stay out of trouble. I'm watching you.
Well, now that you're safe, I can tell you the good news. I got a job.
That's awesome. What are you doing?
More programming. I got hired by Moon Macro Systems developing Y2K compatible versions of their software. Basically, I'm rebranding all their products as Y2K compatible and selling them for twice the cost.
Y2K?
Yeah, you know, that theory that at the turn of the new year, all computers will stop working? People are afraid the world is going to end, so we might as well capitalize on that fear.
Should we be worried about Y2K, Mom?
Yes. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Not unless you're a machine. I wouldn't worry.
Why would I be a machine? Why would you say something like that?
What? No, I meant... Never mind. You're quite unusual, honey. Alex, can I talk to you for a minute?
Not right now. Yeah, we need to work on something.
Work on what?
Homework.
You have mail.
Homework? Wow. You are not helping.
I'm sorry. I could not resist.
Okay, so you do have a sense of humor. I wasn't sure if being part android took out the fun parts of your personality.
I can be very funny. Would you like to hear my stand-up routine?
What? Really? Now? The world is gonna end. This is no time for jokes.
Knock, knock.
Okay, who's there?
Y2K.
Y2K who?
Y2K.
Very funny. Okay, so, what's the next step? What do we do?
We should begin by asking your friends to join us, although there is a possibility that they may be smart enough to enter the soul space before the end.
Do you really think they do that?
It is a possibility. We must convince them to aid us, as we are about to die fighting a force that cannot be stopped.
Okay, if we're gonna do this, I need you to stop reminding me that you think this is a lost cause. I'm determined to try and stop this. Whatever it is.
Okay. I am sorry. I did not mean to upset you. I am here to help you with whatever you need. I think it would be wise for me to speak with Bella alone, as we are one and the same. Perhaps you should call her and arrange a meeting?
Yeah, I'll do that right now. Hey, Vela, listen, I need you to come over.
Alex, where have you been? We were all so freaked out when you disappeared.
Yeah, come over and I'll explain what happened.
Do you want me to call the others?
No, I think it'd be best if I just told you this alone. I'll tell the others, but I think you need to hear it first.
Okay, I'll be right over.
You! You're the android from the van!
Bella, this is the Essentia 2000. Essentia 2000, this is Vela.
Hello, Bella. It's nice to see you.
Likewise. What's going on here?
I don't even know where to begin. It's so complicated.
Alex, please go up to your room. I would like to speak to Bella alone.
Oh, yeah, sure. I saw in the dark, 2 floors below me, 2 women of the same soul spoke about the fate of the world. Do you know how weird it was thinking that? No, you really can't. Well, maybe now you can that you're in the same situation. One soul, but many people. In the darkness, thinking about the end of all reality, knowing inside myself that all of this was true. These concepts, previously absurd, were now mysteriously vivid in every detail, to the point where I felt I could grasp them in my hands. I pictured myself alone in the universe. All things around me had been destroyed. Everyone was gone. And then she floated by. Sammy. But she wasn't Sammy. She was Vela. But also not Vela. She was the Essentia 2000, Oda, Yuzu, and Nyla. Somehow these people were linked by their soul, whatever that meant. What did it mean to share a soul but be a different person? What did the Essentia 2000 called it? A parallel life? I thought of Buddhists and their concept of past lives. Before I was Alex, I was a pirate or a poor village girl living in Croatia. But in a parallel life, I was Alex, a pirate, and a little girl in Croatia. I lived all of my lives at once, in distant but similar realities. Similar was only an assumption. I realize now how little I knew about reality.
I have spoken with Bella and shown her irrefutable proof of my identity.
I've explored the soul space, and I've seen the beginnings of destruction to many realities. I have seen the remains of many souls. And Alex, this scares the living hell out of me. I will do anything I can to help stop whatever's coming for us.
You spoke to us in the past, specifically to Bella, about a feeling that fate brought you two together. I am that fate. This was meant to happen. I do not know if we can stop whatever is coming, but I know that we are meant to try.
So what's next? What do we do? What's the plan?
We should get the others on board.
And then we should train in the mine dungeon. Alex, you have seen what is coming for us, and you know better than anyone else. The only way to stop it is to understand yourself. If we can get as far into the mine dungeon as possible, and learn as many abilities as possible, we may stand a chance of dying with dignity.
Alex, what did you see in the mine dungeon? What did the end look like? Why did she say that?
I don't know. But I know that it's related to me. That somehow I am the destruction. I might just be a piece of it. I might be all of it. I can't say, but I know I can stop it from destroying everything I love.
Alex, I believe the best course of action now would be to go and find each one of your friends individually and talk to them about the current situation. Remember that the better you do, the more mine dungeon keys you will unlock, and the stronger you will become. It is vital that all of your friends are on board. Without achieving the highest level by the time the end comes, our futile efforts will be even more futile.
But we don't even know when the end is coming. It could be tomorrow for all we know.
Y2K. Could that be it? Could the turn of the millennium be the date?
I don't know, maybe. What do you think, Android Me?
It is possible.
I've had a weird sense of impending doom ever since Rory and Michael mentioned it. It might explain why 99 has gone to shit. I've been looking at the newspaper a lot lately, and things are really screwed up out there.
Well, I suppose having some estimated date is good enough for me.
Alex, you can return to the mine dungeon anytime to see how many days remain.
Wait, what? You mean the date was real? It's been so many numbers and zeros. How do I even calculate that into a date?
I could not see the number myself, but if you take me there and tell me the number, I can help you convert it into days.
Well, damn. Why didn't you tell me that sooner?
Well, she didn't. Lay off of her. We're not perfect, you know.
Is that your new thing? Referring to her as you and etc., etc.?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Well, I'm gonna go find everyone and get to work on them. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
I knew I needed to find my friends individually and convince them that the end was coming. Hey, Rory.
Yo, where have you been?
Oh, yeah. About that. I spent the next half hour telling the tale of me, the Essentia 2000, and our journey deep into the dungeon of her mind, and into the dungeon of my mind.
So, that's how the world ends? With you destroying it somehow? I don't think I know what that means.
I don't get it myself, but I need your help.
What's your plan? Suicide? Just kidding, that's never cool.
I'm thinking something a little less martyry. I want to train our butts off and be ready to kick this thing's ass once it gets here.
When is it coming for us?
I don't know the exact date, but my gut is telling me it's on New Year's Eve. All that Y2K panic, what if people can sense the end is coming? I know that sounds dumb, but I can't help but feel like that's when it's gonna happen. So what do you say? Are you in?
What's the alternative? Run away to the soul space? I could never convince my mom or dad to even try astral projection. And I would never leave everyone else here to die. Of course I'm in.
Oh, I was hoping I'd see you. You know, I had the strangest dream last night. I was looking for something for my brother. My brother was older. Probably in his 30s, except he had glasses and red hair. He kind of looked like you. Anyway, I was wandering around. I wanted something of his to take home. Something that he handled every day, or that had been close to his body. But it couldn't be anything important that he would miss. So, I stole one of his pencils.
You know what's weird? I feel like I've heard this story before. Why is that?
I don't know. Anyway, I took the pencil and started drawing all over the walls with it. I kept writing the same word over and over.
What did you write?
It was pantaloon! Over and over again. Pantaloon! 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 Pantaloons! So, anyway, my brother comes into the room and he just looks at me like he caught me naked, or at least in my pantaloons. And he starts crying. Just sobbing. I start crying too. And then I woke up. Weird dream, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I know the world's going to end. I'm gonna do my best to help you.
What? How did you figure that out?
You'll figure it out. You're smart enough. You have all the clues you need.
What? How can you just...
You know, I had a dream last night. In my dream, I saw my brother, but my brother was you. Cute little kid, grew up to be an ugly ginger like yourself. But you came to me and asked me for a favor. Is that why you're here?
It is.
So, what's the deal? I'm guessing it's something serious.
The world's going to end. I saw it in my mind dungeon. Remember the android from that van? Well, that android is Vela, Sammy, and a bunch of other people in a parallel life. She showed me all of these things, and I know now that the world will end soon. I want to train in the mind dungeon to be ready to fight this thing when it comes for us. You down?
Are you serious?
Very.
I'm down. I believe you, man. Dude, you gave me hope again. You brought a sense of adventure back in my life that I thought had vanished with my little brother.
Really? I didn't know.
Man, meeting you and your friends was the best thing to ever happen to me. Without meeting you, I'd be so oblivious to everything that's out there.
I'm glad I was able to help. I had no idea I had that sort of effect on anyone.
Well, just let me know when you're ready to start training. Oh yeah!
A feeling of hope grew as I realized everyone I asked to help me said yes. Did I really deserve everyone's help? Nope, not at all. Maybe this is why I was exceedingly grateful. I thought about Michael. He was the only one I hadn't seen since I returned from my trip into the Ascension 2000's mind. Where had he gone? Why hadn't anyone else seen him?
Alex, come to the forest meadow just south of Frankton. There's something I want to talk to you about.
I'll be right there.
It's almost over. We're in the final act. And yet, here you are, not acting. Alone in a dark room. Just you and distorted photos of a childhood friend.
This is no dark room. This is my mind dungeon. Tell me, how much time has passed since you first accused me of original sin?
Time isn't really something that concerns me.
It's obvious that you're me. I'm you. And I'm also a bunch of other people. That explains the various sets of memories. The theme of my life is the same. Just the circumstances are different. The thing that makes me the happiest disappears without a trace. And I try and move on. Only I can't. I can't stop thinking about how much I miss that piece. Only I can't ever put a name to it. Because it fades away. I try to continue on. Getting older. Stuck in a loop of doom and despair. Inexplicably, reality is destroyed. Yet I'm still here. In the mind dungeon. I'm at the start of the loop, the middle of it, and the end. The loop goes on. You appear. As to when in the cycle, it's impossible to say, thanks to the nature of cycles. I've used this cycle to my advantage and reflected on everything. I've cracked the case.
Oh, well then. Hit me with it.
You are a sort of onism yourself. You are the thing that connects me and my parallel selves. You are the culmination of all we are. My protoform. I'm not done. When you first met me, you accused me of a grave sin. You claim I invented a new type of suffering, and I finally figured out what it is I did so wrong. I created Onism as a way for people who are lonely to find connection. But something twisted it. Something I didn't see coming. In my ignorance, I created a digital version of meeting your parallel self. And in doing so, I invented a new type of despair. I see now reality doesn't end with a bang or a whimper, but an echo that just grows louder.
Michael? Is that you? Where the hell have you been? I've been looking for you for the past week. I called your house, knocked on your door, and no one ever answered.
None of that matters anymore. It's so trivial. Don't you see? No, of course you don't. I wouldn't have a week ago.
What happened? You sound different. Your voice is different. What's going on?
Alex, something has happened to me. I am transformed. I've come to understand certain things. I've been exposed to the truth.
What do you mean? What happened?
Something happened to me. Something very startling at first. But now it's just incredible.
Are you gonna tell me what happened, or are you just gonna keep acting like Vela?
I saw the soul space. I met a parallel self. I lived so many lives. I am everything.
What?
Alex, I entered the mind dungeon alone, and I wandered and wandered. Soon I stumbled upon a hall of names. Each of these names was etched into a door. Inside each of these doors was a life. My life. For 9 days straight, I experienced what it was like to be my parallel selves. Alex, to experience a parallel life in real time is to become an oxymoron. To be something and not be something. Both at once. I am me, but I am also her or him. I have my memories, but they also don't belong to me. The very act of experiencing a parallel life is mind-shattering. When we are born, we immediately begin developing a series of biases and defenses that help us ground our lives in the reality that we invent for ourselves. In doing so, we lose sight of the temporary nature of life. We forget everything. We lose track of where we came from and only look to the future. Experiencing a parallel life disassembles all physiological constraints that have been built up over the years. We see life for what it is, a three-sided box that only allows us to look forward, not back into our own minds where the true nature of reality exists. Do you know what the funniest part is?
What?
I know what you've come to ask me. And I know that I'll say yes, even though I always turn you down. Do you realize how many times we've had this conversation? It's like clockwork. I have a friend. This friend continuously hurts another friend of ours. And soon he realizes his flaws. He soon asks me to try and save him from self-destruction. Every time I say no, and every time you destroy our reality. Maybe it took for me to realize what not helping a friend can do to that friend. But I'm in. Let's win this thing.
Michael, did you see how reality ends?
No. All of my lives end with you destroying everything. But I'm never there to see firsthand how you do it.
Crap. I was really hoping you knew the answer.
I'm surprised you're not alarmed by what I've told you. What have I missed while I'm away?
I think you should meet our new android friend.
Alex, do you feel the air? Do you see the stars? Their positions have changed. Did you notice the colors? Everything is wrong. This isn't what it was like. Something is wrong. Something is broken. Can't you see it?
Michael, I don't know. Maybe things feel different, but dude, they've felt different for a long time. The very feeling of being me has changed. can't really put my finger on it, but something is wrong. You're right.
Do you ever remember things wrong?
No. I don't think so. What does that mean?
Never mind. I suppose not. Let's go back to your house.
As we walked back to my house, a strange feeling of nostalgia overwhelmed me. It was as if I hadn't seen Michael in a really long time. As if the Michael I'd spent the past year with had been broken, and now he was fixed. This was the Michael I remembered. In the cooling winter air, I had a series of memories return to me. All of them involved Michael, but none of them felt real. As if I'd experienced them in a far-off, distant life.
It is a pleasure to meet you all, although, in a way, we have met many times before, both in the past of our parallel lives, and in the future of our parallel lives. I am going to make this brief. Starting tomorrow, we will train in the Mine Dungeon. It is now the 24th of November, and...
But tomorrow's Thanksgiving!
Thanksgiving? Tomorrow?
Yeah, and so we should start on Friday!
What about shopping on Friday? Just kidding. Seriously, just kidding.
Many of my parallel lives were Canadian, so this is somewhat a surprise to me, as I experienced Canadian Thanksgiving a few weeks ago. All right. Fair enough. Friday we begin.
The promise of a future is something I'd grown to take for granted. Now, with the threat of impending doom, I realize how silly it was to do so, and what else could be expected of me. I've lived the past 25 years knowing nothing but a series of tomorrows. In fact, I'll do that tomorrow. Had become my mantra over the past 2.5 decades. Tomorrow, there may be nothing. Today, may be the last day. This knowledge triggered something in me to fall away. It was as if the core of my personality dropped away and nothing came in to fill the hole. It was like being hungry all the time, except food, mindless fun, and things that normally bring happiness had lost their appeal. The knowledge that this was all temporary had stripped me of the ability to experience basic human pleasures. What I craved from a sense of normal, the desire to go back. No, that's not right. I didn't want to go back. If I went back, I'd be the same person I used to be. Selfish, unfocused, lazy. I had no purpose. I was a blank slate that was covered in war paint. I was going to defeat whatever was coming from my reality. Even if it was me, I would defeat myself. What that meant, I didn't know. But I was prepared to do whatever it took. I liked what I was becoming. What I didn't like was wasting time eating turkey, cranberry sauce, and mashed potatoes.
It's 7:05 a.m. This is the earliest you've been up since you had that 7:30 class. And even then, you woke up at 7:30.
Feels good. I was so excited to get to the mine dungeon I barely slept last night.
Impressive. Well, get to work. Remember, you can choose to go to the mine dungeon or visit your friends in town. You can only do one or the other. You have about a month until the new year comes, and it's hard to do both in a day. Try and spend as much time in the mine dungeon as you can. If you don't train hard enough, you might not be strong enough by the time the end comes.
Got it. Today I'll...